Hello everybody and welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. We are getting started in our final unit of the year, and we should be all done up with this here very shortly. It's not too long of a unit, so getting pretty close to the end there, just trucking our way through. So hopefully yesterday you completed the discovery activity, and that was all about kind of just a first look at what is happening with certain geometric transformations. So today we're going to dive headfirst into the first one of those and learn all about it. So a transformation is just a change in position, shape, or size of a figure, of a geometric figure that we see on a coordinate plane. So the first transformation we will look at today is translation, and all translation is it's a fancy word for slide. All we're doing is sliding the shape to a new position, so it will be in the same orientation. So a translation moves each point in a figure the same distance and the same direction. Translated shapes will be congruent to the original shape. So size doesn't change, side length doesn't change, none of our angles change. The two shapes are exactly the same, we've just moved it around a little bit. So the ordered pair for A, if we count it out, we always start from our origin here. Looks like A, we're moving to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is to the left, so we know that that will be -8. And then after that, we are moving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A is at the point -8, 6. Now let's look at the ordered pair for A prime. That's what we call this little apostrophe up here. Because it represents the same point, but it's not exactly the same point because it's in a new place. So it's representative of A, so we call it A prime. So let's go ahead and name this ordered pair. So A prime looks like it is, we're not going left anymore to find that point. Looks like we're going 1 to the right and 1, 2 up. So A prime is at the position 1, 2. So what happened to the x value? Well, it got bigger, right? So that is because we are moving that shape to the right. As things move right, they get bigger. So, 1 second here. It moved to the right because we added 9 to it. So to get from -8 to 1, we add 9. And what happened to the y value? Well, because it slid downwards, it went in the negative direction, in the y direction. So it looks like we subtracted 4, because to get from 6 to 2, we minus 4. So what if another figure has a point -2, 4, and it's moved 6 units right and 4 units down? Well, if we take a look at that, we can set up how that would happen. -2, and we're saying we're moving to the right 6. So +6 would be the first point, and then 4 minus 4 for the second point. So that would move our point to 4, 0, because -2 plus 6 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So that is where a new point would end up if it were to move like that. Alrighty, so draw and label rectangle A at A, B, C, and D. So we're going to do this real quick. A is at 2, 3, so 2, 3. So there is A. We always label our points here. B is at 2, 5, 2, 1, 2, right there. That's B. C is at 5, 5, 2, 4, 5, 5. So there's C. And D is at 5, 3, right there. So we've got a nice little rectangle here. Alright, so we want to translate and label the rectangle. 5 units left and 3 units up. So that means every point we're going to go 5 units left and 3 units up. So from A, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So here is our new A, which we will call A prime. Same thing with B, we're going 5 units left and 3 up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. There is B prime. Same thing with C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. C prime. And then finally D prime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And there is D prime. So we have a new rectangle here that has just, it's the same as the first one we had. It's just been moved to the left and up. So the rule that we are doing for this transformation is x, and then we went 5 to the left, right? So left is negative, so we're minusing 5 from each point. And we're taking whatever our y value is for that, and we moved it 3 units up, so up in the y direction is positive, so plus 3. So that number that happens to x and y, whatever the points are, we just tack it on to the value for x and y. So if we were moving, let's say, 8 units to the right, and 2 units down, well then we would go x plus 8, y minus 2. Alright, number 4 for this translation, 6 units right and 3 units down, so just like I said before, we would take whatever our x value is and add 6, and then take whatever your y value is, and we're going 3 down, so we're going to minus 3 from there. And that's as difficult as translations are, so you just see how it's moving and apply that movement to the x and y coordinates, whatever values they may be. And that's how you create the rules for this thing. Alright, so that is it for today. So just remember, if you go right, you're adding to the x value. If you go left, you're subtracting from the x value. If you go up, you're adding to the y value. And if you go down, you're subtracting from the y value, however many it says to do. Alright, so you're going to move on to your independent practice here. It starts on this page, so be sure that you don't forget numbers 1 through 7 here. And just as a quick example for number 1, so our new point for number 1, it says we're moving left 2 units and down 5 units. So that means I need to take my 3, because this is my x value, and since we're going left, I'm going to take away 2. So my new x point would be 1. And then we are going down 5 units, so from 3, for my y value, because we're going down, 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And so that's a little example of how we would take care of these ones here. Alright, so don't forget to complete this page as well, and then there is another PDF in the assignment page for 9.2 and an IXL to get done. So once you finish those things up, don't forget to submit them, and then you are done for the day. Alright, thanks everybody, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow for a new